Hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the webinar. My name is Karolis, and I'm a supply chain management specialist here at Samsung Electronics Baltics. And today I'm going to present you our HVAC climate solutions to you with a focus on the residential segment for the end user. To start, let's talk about Samsung Electronics air conditioner journey here in Europe. As a company, we create innovative climate solutions for indoor spaces that adapt to your daily needs, be it in the commercial space or residential homes. We offer a wide range of solutions such as the cooling, heating, hot water, and ventilation solutions. Samsung is also not a newcomer. We started our journey as an air conditioner manufacturer back in 1974. After some time, we entered the European market with commercial air conditioning, and since then we offer both commercial and residential products. And from 2017, we have opened our head office in Europe, Samsung Electronics Air Conditioner Europe, to support our 16 local offices here in the region. So Samsung has come a long way since its first air conditioner. We are an innovative company, being the first ones to launch the wind-free, the 360 cassette in 2015. We launched the patented wind-free technology in 2017. We have also extended cooling lineup with 4-way, 1-way cassettes, and we extended our air-to-water offerings with the introduction of a climate hub that was launched in 2019. Here is a short map overview of our operations in Europe. As you can see, we have 16 support offices in Europe, with one of them being in Vilnius, Lithuania, that supports the entire Baltic region of Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. In addition, last year we have opened a fully functioning training center also in Vilnius, Lithuania. As you can see, 9+1, one being in the Vilnius, Lithuania, where we conduct trainings for both salesmen and installers on running equipment. We also operate 8 warehouses, some of them not too far from the Baltic states, which allows us to supply both products and spare parts at a very short delivery time. We have a full market coverage with our products. For home, we have single split, multi-split units. For higher capacity, we have commercial split offers. For heating, we can offer eco heating systems, and with all the products connected through home Internet of Things. We also cover segments such as retail and office with additional solutions of DVM, chillers, and building Internet of Things. And all of our products are supported with our control solution. So what exactly is a heat pump? A heat pump is a simple term, is a device that uses air to transfer heat from one place to another by the use of a compressor, providing heating, cooling, and hot water to your home. In this example, the outer unit consumes 1 kilowatt of electricity and takes 4 kilowatts of free energy from the air to transfer 5 kilowatts of heating to the house. Not only is this a sustainable option, but is also attractive to the end user due to the policies that the European Union introduces, such as the tax incentives and cash incentives being offered for new buildings and for renovations. It is also an attractive option due to the ban policies in the European Union, with some countries banning solid fuel boilers and limiting the use of oil and gas boilers altogether. Ban policies are also expected to increase in the near future. So Samsung offers both air-to-air and air-to-water heat pumps. The air-to-air units can both provide heating and cooling depending on your needs, while air-to-water units prepare hot domestic water for household consumption. Air-to-water is primarily used for heating, water heating, but can also provide water cooling. So let's first look into the air-to-water heat pump, as this is the most popular option for heating. We have a wide range of air-to-water heat pumps available. We can offer a mono, a split, a TDM Plus product, which can be combined with a hydro unit and a third-party domestic hot water tank. Alternatively, we can also offer a climate hub, which serves as a tank-integrated hydro unit with capacity of 200 and 260 liters to choose from. With TDM, we can also connect to our air conditioners such as ducts and wall mounts for a full climate solution. AHS products can also be combined with solar panels for higher efficiency. We also have many awards and certifications. All of our products are been certified. The AHS and Climate Hub are also certified by Keymark, and our newest released Mono HT of last year has a Quiet Mark certification for its low noise. Here you can also see our tank integrated hydro unit that looks like they can that looks like a refrigerator really, and can blend into environment quite easily. It only requires a minimum amount of space and does not have to have a dedicated room for the heating system entirely. Here is our mono HT, or high temperature unit, that is used for house renovations. Compared to alternatives, it has a nice premium design with matte black finish. And besides the aesthetic, it can supply hot water of up to 70 degrees Celsius without an electric tan. As you can see that in the example, compared to a regular EHS mono, the mono HT can already generate leading water temperature of 70 degrees at outdoor temperature of -15 and maintain a similar level all the way to -25. At -30, it can still generate water temperature of 60 degrees Celsius, so maintaining quite consistent temperature. And to also debunk one myth, an air-to-water heat pump is not really necessarily used at cold temperature and not necessarily used only for floor heating. The mono HT can also maintain high heating capacity at low temperatures compared to conventional models. So even at -25 degrees, the mono HT heating capacity remains at 100%, while the conventional model drops to just above 60%. Note that an electric fan is also not needed to maintain 100% heating capacity with mono HT, which is quite nice. And all of our EHS units have a 4-set quiet mode. What's different with mono HT, we can get a sound as low as 35 decibels, being the sound of sleep. So you don't necessarily hear it when you're at nighttime, when you're sleeping. So it is quite comfortable. It is also important to understand when it comes to efficiency, how manufacturers present their product efficiency levels. As you can see in the example of air-to-air heat pump here, energy labeling, the other manufacturer's efficiency compared to Samsung's is drastically different, with SCOP of 3.4 for other manufacturers compared to Samsung's 4 at colder climates in Northern Europe region. However, both are labeled A+++. And why is that? So for air-to-air heat pumps, Samsung takes Central European efficiency numbers when labeling their products, as seen in green here. In comparison, some manufacturers may take Southern European efficiency numbers for a better energy labeling presentation, as seen here with the red color. So it is very important to check for your specific region for real efficiency results. And in our case, we are classified in Northern European regions, so always look for the blue color. Let's look at an example of a heat pump consumption, starting with a new good insulated house of A+. This house uses both floor heating of 35 degrees and domestic hot water of a tank of 50 degrees of 50 liters per day per person, or 200 liters for the 4 people. So the heating demand in this case would be around 9,500 kilowatts per hour, and domestic hot water demand is around 5,000 kilowatts per hour. Taking SCOP coefficient into account, the electricity consumption for a mono HT would be 1,114 euros per year, in comparison to a conventional heating system of 1,342 euros per year. So by using a mono HT, you would save roughly 200 euros when compared to a regular heat pump. Now, let's take a look at a heat pump consumption for a badly insulated house. In this case, we would use a radiator heating of 50 degrees, so higher temperature, and domestic hot water consumption of also 50 degrees. The heating demand is much larger in this case, of course, of 28,110 kilowatts per hour, and domestic hot water demand is around 5,000 kilowatts per hour. As you can see from the SCOP, it would be much lower due to the increase in temperature needed of 50 degrees Celsius, which also leads to higher energy demand. The electricity consumption in this case for a mono HT would be 2,858 euros per year, and in comparison to a conventional heating system of 3,959 euros per year. In this case, you would save much more with the mono HT with over 1,000 euros saved per year. And in conclusion, what we can say is that the heat pump is always more efficient when producing lower water temperature. And for old houses, because of the high heating demand and higher needed water temperature, the consumption can be very high, especially in this case when installers put a simple heat pump to an old house which they cannot provide a high temperature for. So using more electricity and having huge consumption as a result. But if you use an appropriate heat pump, such as the mono HT, that can produce higher temperatures, you can still get much better results than when you're having a conventional heat pump. And we at Samsung, we really evaluate each house individually for each heating demand required. So we really take everything into account when selecting products for your housing. Here you can see the general expenses per year when using electricity with mono HT in comparison to gas usage. So for an A-type, A+ type new house, the cost would be similar, but slightly lower for mono HT in comparison to a gas boiler. But if you pair the mono HT with photovoltaic, you would reduce this expense to zero by taking energy from the sun. Now, when compared to a badly insulated house, the electricity expense would be the same when compared to gas boilers. But pairing again with a solar panel of 4.5 kilowatts, it would reduce that expense to minus 39%. And since we've touched upon the air-to-water heat pumps, let's now move to air-to-air solutions by talking about our wind-free technology that we offer for both our air-to-air heat pumps and our air conditioners. So how does wind-free technology work? Our wind-free product panels come equipped with 15,700 microholes through which air is gently dispersed throughout the area without any direct wind from the air outlet. So we eliminate the experience of cold drafts. And first, we start with fast cooling, so to reach the wanted temperature levels. Then we close the air outlets and maintain that temperature by gently distributing air across the room. This is also similar to how we water plants with a shower head, so providing water evenly, dispersing it throughout the leaves, as opposed to using just a hose, which saturates in one direction. This is also similar how air conditioners, the conventional ones, work. They're just blowing into a single direction and not dispersing the air throughout the area itself. So our wind-free technology is available for a multiple of products, just as the wall mount, the small, large 4-way cassettes, and also 1-way cassettes. In addition to comfort, the wind-free technology also uses less energy while maintaining the set temperature levels. And we're really proud to say that we're the only ones in the market that have air conditioners and air heat pumps that can cool with still air. And this is a patented technology by us. So as you can see in the diagram, a general 4-way cassette doesn't evenly distribute temperature compared to an even distribution of Samsung's 4-way wind-free cassette. So, and according to studies, wind-free technology reduced the level of discomfort for users by at least 48% compared to a regular air conditioner. So it does provide a lot of comfort. Moving forward. Yeah, just a slow delay. And as mentioned before, wind-free technology helps save energy, and it consequently also saves costs. So this is done by making sure that outdoor unit is consuming only the minimum required energy when operating at the wind-free function. So for example, using a wind-free wall mount leads to up to 58% savings when compared to a regular wall mount, and similar examples can be seen with 1-way and 4-way cassettes. And one of our most important benefits is the reduction of noise. So wind-free products operate in a quiet mode, showing a very minimal decibel level when maintaining temperature. So tests show that when wind-free mode is activated, the noise is barely noticeable, being lower than the sound of whisper, with the sound being in the sound of sleep zone, making sure that comfort is also maintained during night hours when you're sleeping. And we are not the only ones thinking that this is an innovative technology. It has achieved numerous awards for its design, for its technology, and for its user satisfaction. For instance, it received the IF Design Award in 2017 when it came out, and the Best Innovative Award by Febrava. So it goes to show that it is a proven technology, proven innovation in the market itself. And here we can see our residential wall mount unit lineup. We have 4 products, 4 wall mounts with wind-free function: the Elite, the Want, the Pure, the Want, and the Comfort. The Elite is the most efficient unit we have with an installed sensor, motion sensor. The Pure is mostly focused on maintaining quality air, and our most popular brand is the Comfort unit that has all the essential features such as the wind-free and the Wi-Fi, integrated Wi-Fi. We also have cheaper alternatives such as Cebu and Luzon. And now we move to the Nordic RAC, and Nordic RAC is just like the regular residential wall mount, just with the focus on heating, serving as an air-to-air heat pump instead. And Nordic RAC unit can work in outdoor temperatures of up to -30 degrees. It can also cool in outdoor temperatures of up to -15. So it is really catered to our climate. And here are the three distinct products: the Nordic wind-free, the Geo, and the Arise. Difference, of course, is the performance, the efficiency levels, but also with Nordic wind-free having the wind-free function. What is really also important to know is that Nordic RAC units are only available in Scandinavia and in the Baltic regions due to the colder climate that we have. So it's really nice that we managed to get these units into this market. And now moving to SmartThings. We at Samsung see connectivity as a key to our product offering, and Samsung owns SmartThings through which you can control a multitude of devices all through your phone via the SmartThings application. And SmartThings is a very cool feature through which you can wirelessly connect to over 1,500 devices with a range of brands such as Google Assistant, Bose, Philips, IKEA, and so on. You can also connect to other applications besides air conditioners, such as thermostats, light bulbs, TVs, refrigerators, washers, speakers, making things, easier and faster for the end user. Essentially, it creates like an ecosystem for a smart house, so that everything is at the tip of your touch, through your phone. And one key benefit of SmartThings when it comes to air conditioning and heat pumps is cost savings. So by utilizing the energy management kit, you can prevent heat loss, lowering temperature when windows, for example, are open and increasing it when windows are closed. Temperature can also be adjusted basically by looking if you're at home or not. So it can be increased on your way to home, and it could be reduced on your way to work. It can also adjust temperature by detecting motion and turn off unused rooms completely via Bixby, also a feature of Samsung's. And via SmartThings, you can gather really important energy consumption and cost insights. With SmartThings, you can measure the energy levels used, and it can also estimate cost for all of your devices. And it can report usage patterns and help you save energy by operating more efficiently, by checking the patterns and adjusting accordingly. And so now we'll look what will be in the future, how the future outlook will look like in the heating market and for Samsung in general. So the European Commission published a proposal to cut EU gas dependency in response to the Russian war in Ukraine. The goal is really to have around 20 million heat pumps installed by 2026 and nearly 60 million heat pumps by 2030. So this would mean that an end to fossil fuels, as we know, and fossil boilers, and a quadruple market increase by 2029. So the potential is really high for these products that we offer and for the market. And when it comes to Samsung, we are optimistic that the F-gas regulation will encourage users to move from gas heating to a more conventional means of heating. And Samsung primarily also uses R32 refrigerant in its air conditioners and heat pumps. And as you can see, the R32 is much more environmentally friendly, with lower global warming potential, charge ratio, and an effective CO2 compared to R410A. However, our goal is to completely shift to R290 propane refrigerant, starting with our Mono launch this year. And this is our Mono R32, the new Mono propane model at the ISH fair in Frankfurt this year. So the Mono R290 is similar in the design with the Mono HD with the gray color finish, so it's quite premium looking. This product will be even more ecological than what we currently have, and is also expected to be available to purchase starting November. Moving forward, When it comes to service after sales, we are also planning to launch our heating product EHS cloud service starting next year. So it will be possible to remotely service the device without a physical presence of a service professional. And this will be a really big game changer on how we service our products. And at Samsung, we try to provide the best possible customer experience. To learn more about our products, you can also find localized Latvian catalogs and leaflets by following the link above. And there you can find wall mount leaflets, catalogs for EHS products, for residential and commercial products as well. That will be all, and thank you for listening.